Hi, welcome back to Ask Tech Talk, and where we discuss your sales and marketing questions specifically for software and technology businesses. Now, just yesterday, we were talking about storytelling and how important storytelling was or is when it comes to marketing and sales. And Tracey and I were talking about it and realized there's actually quite a lot to talk about here. And really, if you focused on storytelling in your business and how you could actually take your customers on that journey, then you would actually get more leads and close more deals. Now, and I was talking to her about how I teach my customers to pitch. And a lot of pitches, a lot of elevator pitches, things like that. I hate the word pitch, by the way, but a lot of people feel that you need to do it. And the thing is, what I teach people to do is they start the sentence with, people buy from us when, or people partner with us when. And what that does, so if you were to talk about Tech Talk, people buy from us when they're looking to scale their software and technology business, right? So that immediately helps you identify who you are in regards to being a customer. So when I'm talking about people buy from us when, it's creating a third-party story. It's creating a story about why people buy from you. So I was talking to Tracey, and of course, being the marketing person, the more verbose marketing person, she's got lots to talk about this. So I'm going to pass it to Tracey. So Tracey, how do you get people to really step into that storytelling space?
Okay. Well, we think in technology marketing, telling stories is paramount because everyone else won't be telling stories. They'll be telling you all about their speed, specs, and feeds. So wherever there's the opportunity to turn data into a story, we absolutely recommend it. And the primary one, of course, and one that's most obvious, is the case study, or as we call it, the customer success story. And a case study or a success story should be your story told in the words of your customer, either written or in video. But it brings your story, the success they've had with your product, to life because it's written or spoken in their voices. And that's what's so critical. It's their story about your product. Another example is the use case, which is where you don't have yet a case study, but you still do know an application of where your product will be useful. Again, if you speak in the second person to the person who's got the problem and identify and show them how your solution will solve their problem, so again, there was engaging one-on-one.
Sorry to cut you off, but you talked to me about a little bit of a format of how you do your use cases. Do you want to just share that with the nice people watching today?
Yeah, so with a use case, we like to start with you, the person who has the problem that we've identified. And we tend to have questions, or actually we make statements such as, this is your role in this particular type of company. These are your responsibilities. These are some of the challenges you have. These are some of the alternatives or some of the options that you have to solve those problems. And these are the drawbacks. So we create the tension and then we provide the solution, which is of course our client's solution to these problems as a use case without saying that there's actually a client using them. And it's very powerful.
Yeah, I love it. So once again, we're taking the person on that journey. So if you think about Luke Skywalker, he went through a whole bunch of stuff and came out the other end. They had a mentor. This is the typical hero's journey. And if we can implant that into your use cases, your case studies, and your sales pitch, you actually will make sure that you've got a really compelling proposition.
Well, also taking it a step further, your website should always be written in the second person to you, the web visitor, absolutely always. And I often go to team pages on websites and they're talking about members of the team in the third person, where they should be saying, hi, I'm Tracey James, or hi, I'm Matthew Whyatt, and this is my journey, this is how I got there. And they don't seem to use that. And lastly, and certainly not least, social media. Your profiles on social media must be written in the second person and must be written about you and your experience, your story and how you got there.
Yeah, really cool. I love that. Now, the storytelling thing is really important. So if you're watching this video, think about your story. Think about your case studies, your use cases. Think about how your website is written. Think about all the elements that goes into building that stack of information that customers may interact with. How do you do that? How do you write an email? I've come across emails that are written obviously to an email blast list, and it's like they're being read out to a group of people. That you need to talk to these people one-on-one, and you can do that through storytelling. So, look, Tracey, that's great. Is there anything else you want to share with the nice people today?
Just one thing, in an email sequence, quite often it's very nice once someone's opted in for a product, for example, or to read something, it's very, very nice to have that follow-up email being a brief summation of how you got there and why you're in this business, because that will help them relate to you as a person. Moving on, you started to build a relationship between the two of you, not just with the company, but with you as a person.
Love it. Now, there's going to be an entire chapter, I'm sure, about email marketing and things like that. So we won't dive ahead of ourselves. But look, so today, once again, look at your story. Are you telling as Tracey says so eloquently, the feeds and speeds and tech specs, and we're 3% better than the other guy? Nobody cares, but they care about your story and how you got there and why you've landed at this particular solution. So look, thanks very much once again for watching. If you've got any questions, this segment is called Ask Tech Talk. So the best way to actually get your questions answered is by asking them in the comments below, or email us. And of course, we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Talk to you later. Bye for now.
Bye.